All right, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So today we'll be reviewing the version wick theory for Thursday, January 15th. Yesterday I went 1 win, 2 losses, so technically it should be break even, but one of the losses I got a favorable fill, which I'll go over. So I'm actually slightly up for the day, but essentially break even. But I'll go over the trades I took and why. Some trades I didn't take and why, something I learned on how we can avoid low probability POIs, and yeah, just an update on the challenge. Yeah, so this is how the account's looking. Pretty much break even. My funded Lucid Flex 50k. Yeah, not bad. Okay, let's get into it. So, really quick strategy overview, and what I learned is, okay, so we all know it's a break and retest strategy, right? We want to break virgin wick levels, and then once they become broken, they become bullish POIs if the Chad candle is bullish. But something we want to note is that we want the Chad candle to be pretty strong, like this one here in this example, like nice, big, strong close, not like a weak close. Just keep that in mind, and I'll show you an example later. But yeah, after that Chad candle closes through the version wick, we then get our bullish POI from that version wick level. Then we look for, in the next hour, we drop down to the 1 minute time frame, look for price to trade below the POI, and then form an inverse fair value gap. Once the IFVG is confirmed, you set a limit order at the IFVG confirmation level. And then, yeah, you target the highs, stop loss just below the IFVG or the entry candle. IFVG can be confirmed on either side of the POI. Either is fine. Okay, let's go over the win I had first yesterday. This was an A+ win on gold during Asia. I know some people caught it as well when I posted on Twitter, so good to see you guys catching that one. Okay, that looks messy. Let me get rid of my indicators. So let's go to start. Okay, so it was a 9 p.m. trade, so let's go to the 8 p.m. candle. Okay, so 8 p.m. candle closes, very strong close through this virgin wick, and maybe that one. Yep, 3 virgin wicks. They then become your bearish points of interest because our Chad candle was bearish. Then drop down to the 1 minute time frame. From 1 p.m., we then want to look for price to, engage with the POIs and then form an inverse fair value gap back down. So price has engaged, there you go, there's the IFVG. So I entered here. So where's my draw? You can either target that or even that. So these two could be your draws. I put my highs just above there, something like that, targeting to yeah. Yeah, very clean trade, 0 drawdown, boom, straight to target. You could have even been a bit more lenient with the stop loss and still got it. So that was my win for the day. That was an A+ win. And then what else do I want to go over? Okay, yeah, the NQ Asia loss that I learned a lesson from. Okay, so where are we? Okay, yeah, it was this one. All right, so it was a midnight trade, so let's go to 11 p.m. Okay, yeah, so this is what I mean. So this is the candle we're playing off. This is our supposed Chad candle. Because yes, technically it does fit the criteria of our model because it does close through this virgin wick, right? It does close through it. But like, come on, look how small this Chad candle is and how small the body is, how small it closes over the POI. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't even look at the 1 hour chart. I just got the alert and I saw there was a POI because of my indicators. And I just took it. But then after the loss, I reviewed the trade and I'm like, hold on. We might have a trade. No, never mind. Nothing there. Okay, let me get back to where I was. Where was I? Okay, here. Yeah, like, so what I was saying is, sure, that's a bearish Chad candle, but it's so small. The body's so small, it barely closes over the version wick. So in this instance, it'd be fair to say that that is a very low probability POI. And as we can see, bang, you do get an IFVG after the POI has been engaged from midnight. So from there. But yeah, it's just like straight to a stop loss. No chance. And yeah, you can even see here on the 1 hour chart on the side from our lovely CCT Master Chi indicator is such a small Chad candle. So I know I want, and you guys probably want the model to be as mechanical as possible, but I think it does take a bit of discretion and subjectivity to see if the Chad candle is actually a valid Chad candle. I don't know how to mechanicalize it. Maybe, yeah, I don't know how we would measure it and make that mechanical, but if I was to see this again and see such a small close like that, I don't think I would take that. But that's all right. We move on. A small loss, and we move on to the next trade. So let's go to London. Okay. Let's get rid of these. So 1 p.m. candle closes. Pretty strong Chad close over these virgin wicks, all right? Bang, bang, bang. So there's your 3 POIs. That would be your bullish point of interest. So drop down to the 1 minute. From 2 a.m., we can look for longs if any POI gets engaged and presents an IFVG afterwards. Boom, there you go. So this POI has been engaged. We do get an IFVG as well. There is a very clear draw on liquidity. So for me, I did take this trade, and because it meets all of my criteria for an A+ trade. We got a nice draw, we got POI, we got IFVG. Looks good to me. And unfortunately, it gets stopped out. And that's all right. That's an A+ trade I would take every time. I didn't see any issues with that. Sometimes you lose them, sometimes you win them, and that is okay. So even though we had 2 losses in a row, I'm completely unfazed. I mean, even just because I've done so much backtesting, and even when I look back, actually, I might as well just show you guys. So even in my backtesting, I know there are a bunch of, okay, like here, for example, what's that? 5 losses in a row. So if we look here at the losses column, oh shit. Where was I? Yeah, let's just go down here. Okay, yeah, 5 losses in a row, 3 losses in a row, 3 losses in a row. But I know overall, in the grand scheme of things, it is profitable. 3 losses in a row, 3 losses in a row. There were some really bad stretches. Like, look, 5 losses in a row, a win, and then 5 losses in a row. And sure, you lose some R, but if you look at the running total, it just keeps going up in the long term. So I still have full belief in the model. I'm not fazed by a couple losses in a row. I'm just going to keep going. What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, this is something I noticed. This is today's Asia session, like literally just a couple hours ago. Just like, even though there was no entry model, just how well the Virgin wick levels are respected. So if we look here, this is what the 1 hour looks like. We've got a bunch of chads just consistently closing over Virgin wicks, over Virgin wicks, over Virgin wicks. And yeah, unfortunately, we did not get any entry models, no IFVGs. But if you just look, price is, it's running higher. It's going to the Virgin wick level, the POI, bouncing off it, taking the drawn liquidity, going back to the next Virgin wick level, bouncing off it, taking the drawn liquidity. Like, it's just beautiful. These levels work so well when price is trending like this. So that's why I still have 100% belief in the model. There was a couple other trades I wanted to go over. Oh yeah, the 7 a.m. trade. Let's go here. Whoa. Okay, yeah, so personally, 7 a.m. New York time is out of my trading zone, out of my trading hours. So I didn't take this one, but I know one of my followers shared on Twitter. He posted that he took this one, and it's pretty clean in my opinion. So from 7 a.m., you can look for longs if the POIs get engaged. Let's have a look. So they get engaged, but no IFVG yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Oh wait, I need to turn this on. See, I think there's actually a really small one here, but as you may or may not know, I did a whole IFVG settings video going over my whole settings and why I have them like this. But we have our minimum FVG size on 0.1 for a reason. So if I just put it down to 0, okay, and maybe if I turn that off as well, this one would trigger once it loads. It should trigger a confirmed IFVG, which would have been a loss. And just, yeah, there you go. This as well. See, this is why we have these settings, because if you took this one, you would have lost. If you took this one, you would have lost. But this one was the winner, which is why I have these settings. But I have a full video going over the settings, so you can check that out in your own time. So yeah, we'll put our settings back to how we like it. And then this was the one that one of my followers took because he trades the 7 a.m. candle for whatever reason. Long, you can put your stop down there, and then yeah, targeting these highs or these highs. But of course, we always cap it at 2R, so something like that. Bang, almost 0 drawdown, straight to TP. Beautiful trade, but I didn't take it. Okay. What else was there? Yeah, just one other one I didn't take, and why. So let's go here. Oh yeah, New York was so choppy in the AM yesterday. If anyone got a win out of that, good job, because that was fucked. Okay, so 8 a.m. candle closes over these Virgin wicks. So these are your bullish points of interest. And then from 9 a.m., you can look for a long if you get an IFVG. Looks like there was some here as well, actually. Let me just go back. Of course, yeah. So there are some Virgin wicks all the way over here that get close through. Wow, okay. So, let's see. Okay, POIs get engaged. So we're looking for a long. Look at that, was so choppy. Anyways, okay, let me just put this on bearish mode to clean it up a bit. Sorry, bullish mode. Get rid of this as well. So you do get a signal here, but it's very late in the hour. So you would have to enter at 9:55. And as you know, in my trading Bible, which I link below every video, we no longer consider entries in the last 10 minutes of a POI because it's just lower probability. And as you can see, it gets stopped out. So good fade there. Yeah, I think that was everything for the day. But yeah, main takeaway is I still have full conviction in the model, but maybe it's better to just not always rely on alerts and indicators and just check the chart for yourself to assess the setup and assess the size of the CHED candle. But account is pretty much break even, so as long as risk is managed, I don't see how this fails. I don't see how I can blow up the account. But yeah, I'll also just quickly show this is what we're looking like for the 20 A+ trade challenge. 3 losses, 1 win. Not bad. That's all right. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the trades. See you next time.